All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. I said I was going to take about a week to try everything out and go over everything and see how it works. But I think only after one day, I think I have come to a conclusion. So let's get right into it. So, really quick, I purchased a bundle from Fragrance One, which I said I'd never do, which is kind of funny that this is all happening the way that it is because I promised myself that I would never give Jeremy money, but here we are. Anyways, today I'll be giving you a quick rundown on Unisex for Everybody, which is the newest release from Fragrance One, Jeremy Fragrance's brand. Obviously, we all know this. And I was very surprised by it. I was very kind of like not knowing what to expect, but I was blown away by what I actually got. So, if you're not familiar with Unisex, it's the only uh, it's the only release that's come out in a 50 ml bottle so far. It's priced at $153 for a 50 ml, and I'll get into that later. We'll talk about pricing and everything. But right now, let's get to the actual scent, the actual bottle, and everything, and we'll go over quickly just my thoughts and how it worked on me as I wore it yesterday. So I have some notes over here. So if you see me looking over here, don't think I'm just crazy or something. Anyways, so the scent, it's very similar to Ultra Male. It's very fruity. It's a little bit linear, so it kind of has, it doesn't really develop much. It does come off as a little bit powdery in the beginning, but for the most part it's kind of fruit, just like all throughout. There's not really much to it. There's not, if you look at the note breakdown, there's not really a full one anywhere because he hasn't really, given it that full treatment yet. But I definitely, maybe I do get a little bit of that cinnamon that's supposed to be in there, but definitely up front, all the way up front, it's fruits. To me, I liked Ultra Male quite a bit, and I do like Lamel quite a bit, but Ultra Male was just too sweet for me, too cloying, too kind of sharp, and just very overpowering. There's no really other way to describe it. It just wasn't that great for me. Like I said before, it's only slightly powdery, so men and women can wear it. It is slightly feminine, but it's also slightly masculine. So it's not like if you wear this, you're gonna, people are gonna look at you and be like, "Are you wearing perfume? Are you wearing a lady's perfume?" It's definitely got that masculine edge to it. I just don't know where it's coming from. Maybe the cinnamon. Maybe it's more of that darker cinnamon, but I'm not entirely sure. And it's funny that this came out as it did, because Jeremy did a recent video where he reviewed La Mal Le Parfum, and he said that Ultra Male is one of those where men or women can wear it. And I think that's where he got the inspiration to make something like this, because it's a familiar smell. Men and women both love it, or some don't, like myself. I fucking hated it when I first tried it, but women love it, men like it, so why not let everybody wear it without the tag? You know what I mean? Because Ultra Male, it's very, very masculine. You know what I mean? If you look at any of the Jean Paul Gaultier bottles, obviously it's for men. You know what I mean? So that's kind of a no-brainer. This gives it that more universal look, that more universal vibe. So I don't think you have to worry about having this one in your closet if you're a lady. So there you go. And like he said, he feels it could be unisex, and I think that's where the inspiration came from. So projection and longevity. I was blown away by this, honestly. I have all three bottles here. The two Office and Date that came with the bundle. So I have all three. I tried Office and Date. I tried Date here. I tried Office here because I'm familiar with Office. I already know what it smells like. I typically wear fragrance here in the pit, in the armpit, not this armpit, but this armpit. Typically wear fragrance here, so I kind of wanted to test it there. And then I did unisex on this arm here. So gave myself an idea, and I did two sprays of these because they're smaller. They're a similar style atomizer as that one, but they're just not the full size. So, and I'll talk about these in another video because I think these are really nice too. But I did two sprays of those because it's they're a smaller spray, obviously, because it's a smaller atomizer. And then I did one spray of this on my arm, and I couldn't believe how much it was pushing off of my skin. I couldn't believe how much it was, just it was projecting so hard the entire time. I got about, and this is no exaggeration, like, look at my past history about, my thoughts on Jeremy and his brand and just all this stuff. Like, this is coming from somebody who's, like, not a fan. I got about 14 hours of just straight pushing hard, heavy sillage, projection and sillage. It was insane. My brother came home from work and I let him try it on. I gave him one spray because he wanted to smell it. He likes Ultra Male as it is, so I let him try it. He came in my room later that night and it was radiating off of him as well. I could smell it, he was just a couple feet behind me, but I could really smell it from how close he was. And it was one spray as well. So it's crazy how much projection you get from this, from the one spray. And for me, I'm a furnace, okay? I'm a warm-blooded person. My temperature has always been a little bit hotter than like a normal person would be. So fragrances just radiate off of me. But this, oh my god, I can't even begin to describe it. So it was throughout the day I could smell it. You know what I mean? It's not like whiffs here and there. It's like all day I knew I was wearing it. And because it's such a nice scent to me, because I like it so much, I didn't have a problem smelling it. But if you're somebody who, if you wear this and you find that you don't like the scent too much, you may end up not liking it because it is so kind of in your nose and just you're smelling it the whole time. It's just not, you might not like it if that's the case. It is it's like I said, it's a nice fruity sweet scent in a good way. It doesn't have the sharp edges that Ultra Male has, where it can kind of burn your nose with the sweetness, and it's just, you know what I mean? So definitely a better experience with this one. Let's talk about value. So it's $153 for a 50 ml bottle, and that's a really hard sell for a lot of people. For $150 you can get Parfums de Marly. You can get a 125 ml bottle. You can get, for like $10, $15, $20 more, you can get 100 ml of a lower end Creed fragrance, Virgin Island Water or something like that. So it's going to be a hard sell for a lot of people. You can get a lot of designers. You can get a bundle of designers for $153, but none of them will compare or match the just what you're looking for in terms of projection and longevity at this price point. There's a lot of talk about reformulations and scents being weaker, even scents that were beast mode at one time are just like non-existent anymore, like Lamel and stuff like that. They're just not even there. So if you're really concerned about getting that projection, getting that longevity, getting that scent at that price point, I feel like this is a good choice with some restrictions. I would buy this on a 60% off sale. I would buy this on a BOGO sale. I wouldn't buy this again at the price point by itself. The reason I paid $165 for the bundle was because it came with this and it came with the 10 mLs of Office and Date. That's the only reason I spent that much, and it's because I wanted to try it, and I wanted to try them all and give them one more shot. So, take away from this, I would buy this at, and I put in the notes here, if it's priced similarly to the way Office and Day are for their 100 ml versus their 50 ml, it's not that much of a difference. So if you think about, for example, for Blue Chanel, for the Parfum, and I had to have a reason to take this one out. For Blue Chanel Parfum, it's 155 for 100 ml, and it's 125 for a 50 ml. So you're getting twice as much juice for only $30 more, which is a really good deal. And then the 300 ml was $300. So, do your math. But for the value between the 50 ml and the 100 ml, if the 100 ml is priced at 180, 175, I would buy it all day. I think I'm that much approving of this that I would pay 180 for 100 ml, because I really do think it's that good. If it's priced at 180 for a BOGO, even better. Priced at 180 for a 60% off sale, 50% off sale, even better. Stock up, buy two. You know what I mean? Buy one for yourself, buy one for your girlfriend, whatever. Like, everybody can enjoy this. So at the current price point, I wouldn't buy it in a bundle. I might buy it. I'm not entirely sure. So that's it for that. I put in my notes that this is the niche ultra male that everybody's looking for, but I don't know if you would consider this niche. His brand is for a fragrance brand, so I don't know. It's up to you. You can attach your own label onto it. But let's get to the presentation, which we got a lot to talk about. So this is the box. You're all familiar with the boxes that it comes in. It's a very minimal, very kind of basic box. Cheap, cardboard, not good. It's as simple as it gets. You have the fragrance, you have the concentration, you have the size, natural spray, whatever. Okay. The bottle, it's the same as Office and Date, obviously in a smaller form factor because it is the 50 ml, but the presentation is basically the same. It's got the same shitty cap, but this time it's in black, which is nice. The black on black is a nice touch, I think, and I think it looks better in my opinion. Same glossed silver writing, same semi-clear bottle. Can't really go wrong. The best thing about these bottles is the atomizer, and I don't think it's going to focus because, let's try it. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Okay, whatever. So let's focus on me. So the best part about it is the atomizer. I'll just hold it to my face. So this thing really sprays out a lot of juice, and I feel like if you do like 6 or 8 sprays, you'll probably need about half of that. So I'm just going to spray once just to give you an example. So it's really, really good. I love it. It's a really good atomizer, and I think that's the best part about the presentation. I feel like if more companies did this where they skimped on something like the cap or the bottle, but even then the bottle's not that bad. It's serviceable. It's good enough. But if they cheapen down the cap and put the extra money into the atomizer, I feel like some fragrances would be a lot better in that case. But that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say about this. I think that pretty much covers everything. It's really up to you if you want to get it at this point. There are a lot of people who aren't fans of Jeremy, and like I said, I'm not a fan. I decided, for the type of person that I am, I would give it an honest try, and I would look past the hate and try to look at the product itself and the work of the perfumers. It's not just, Jeremy didn't make these. He's not Aaron Terrence Hughes, who makes his own fragrances. Like, he's not part of the creative process. He's just the funding behind it. So for Alberto Marias, who made Office, Honoré Blanc, who made Day and Night, like, I wish people would kind of look past the face of the brand and look at, you know, the hard work that the perfumers have put into it. Even though they are being directed to say, hey, I want this to smell like Ultramale because I said Ultramale could be worn by anybody. Or I want Office to smell like some of the most popular men's fragrances. I want it to smell like Aventus. I want it to smell like Sauvage. I want it to smell like whatever. You know what I mean? And the same for Date. I want it to smell like Ultramale, but a little bit darker. You know what I mean? He's the creative director behind it. You know, he's putting the funding behind it. At the end of the day, it's his brand. So if you want to support it in any way, that's up to you. These are just my thoughts and my opinions. So that's pretty much it. Peace.